Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to learn about other kinds of inequality. Other kinds of equality. See, last class we learned about with the example of Kanta. See, who is one of many people who live in a democratic society, I mean in the democratic India, and who have the right to vote, but whose daily living and working condition is so different. It is so far from equal. So we know that being a rural people and an urban area people, we have lot of examples about the practical life. So how the inequality practicing till today in our country. So the right to vote, it is one of the fundamental right which is guaranteed by the Constitution of India also. But even though the right to vote, it is not sufficient to the especially the lower, those who are so called as the Dalit or the other the suppressed class people in the society, and those who are categorized as the lower caste people. See, here people in India experience inequality in a different ways. So how they are, there are so many ways. The first thing that, so that also we are going to learn with the example of one of the author who is written his autobiography. So he expressed all those things. See, here one of the more common forms of inequality in India, that is about the caste system. So we know that how in India the caste system existing and exists, and the practice of that, and how it is going to be continued also till today even in this modern world also. See, if you are living in rural India, so your caste identity is something that you probably learned or experienced very hand. We all of you knows that the most of we people are coming from the rural background, then we knows that about the caste, how they are going to identify the different class people, the different caste people among within the same religion. So even within the same religion, among the different caste people, so how they are getting the bad experience and how they are treating in a different way by the same religious people. See, even in an urban area also there is a different. So now let us try to understand with the example of how the boy, and even you all of you learned the same concept even in sixth standard also, about the practice of inequality in the society, especially in independent India. See, Dalit means it is actually the people they are using to identify the lower caste people. But now they used to call as a SC, ST like that, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe like that. So the literally meaning of Dalit, that is about broken. And by using this word, the lower caste peoples are pointing how they, we all of you knows that. So there are so many provisions and even the reservations given to the lower class people. For what purpose? Because since the beginning, I mean from ancient time onwards, so these class people they were completely oppressed and suppressed by the upper caste. So we all of you knows that we studied in history also, the society, it was categorized in into four major: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and all. See here, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they are considered as the upper class people, and one all, not only the Dalits or not only the XYZ caste. So under Shudras there are many uncountable caste and communities are. But unfortunately, among these Shudras also, again there is the practice of inequality. All Shudras are not equal actually. whatever we are experiencing now. So except these three class people, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and all remainings are. But among these all remaining the Shudras, they used to treat another caste people, so the inferior. They are only superior compared to them. This is like that. X, Y, Z like that. See, anyhow, dear students, we are going to learn with the example of Om Prakash Valmiki was lived in 1950 to 2030. Om Prakash Valmiki. See, Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer. Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer. Is a famous Dalit writer, and in his autobiography, see, you should know that the difference between biography and autobiography. So, biography means already I think you all of you knows that. So, if someone's life history written by someone, that used to called as a biography. Autobiography means suppose the life history it is written by that respective person, then that is called as a autobiography. So, yeah, written in his autobiography, which is called as a Jutan. So this is the name of the autobiography, which is composed by written by Om Prakash Valmiki, who was an Dalit writer. See, he was expressed how in a society the inequality practiced, and I would like to tell this time then one more example before going to learn this. We all knows that the one of the world famous leader Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Even the same Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also experienced in his life from childhood onwards. So that's what Dr. B.R. Ambedkar taken this as a challengingly to remove this inequality. He was tried anything like he was composed so many, and he was the first. Actually, was came from one of the community or caste which is called as a Mahar in Maharashtra, which is considered as the lower caste. See, if you read the life history of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, then you are able to understand. So, how the inequality, in especially based on caste, it is practiced in our country. That is what the best to understand. So that's why Dr. B.R. Ambedkar decided to something, and he did a lot of for that particular community, especially not only the Dalit or not only the Mahar, for all backward class people. And he was presented the beautiful, the world largest constitution to our country. It is one of the really the great work done by, and also is was became the first law minister of independent India. And even during his last days, so he was felt so sad, and even he was born as a Hindu, but while dying he was converted into Buddhism, where all the peoples they are treating in equal manner. ಅವ್ರು ಬಹಳ ನೊಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾ ಹಿಂದೂ ಆಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾ ಹಿಂದೂ ಆಗಿ ಸಾಯ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಬೌದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So anyhow, let us come back to Om Prakash Valmiki stories. With in his words, I had to sit away from the others in the class. How Dr. B.R. Ambedkar experienced in school premises the same. I had to sit away from the others in the class, and that too on the floor. So where other students they are sitting on the benches, so the child should, I mean the Om Prakash Valmiki was sit away from the other students in the same classroom, and even two on the floor. The man, the mat ran out before reaching the spot I sat. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತಂತೆ. ಹೌ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್. ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಓಡೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ನು ಬಂದು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. I would like to tell something in this situation. You all of you knows that because we are all from rural area. So how upper class people they are treating, at least nowadays it's okay. Because the most of the educated peoples, even those who are comes from different backward classes, and they are understood and they are at least avoiding all these practices in a public and even in their private lives. But the thing is that few years back it is so difficult. They are not allowed to sit, they were not allowed in a public places, they were not allowed to take water also from the public well and pond and so things, and they were not entered. So they were not allowed to enter to the temples also. How badly it was. And even whenever they used to conduct the functions and so things, and they are arranging something, and even in hotels also separate plates, separate cups, which they are not going to touch, they should come. And more than the day students, the another one ill practice that is about, we all of you knows that that's called as a soft dumb system ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀತ ಪದ್ಧತಿ. ಆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಂತ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಹಾರಿಬಲ್. ಎನಿಹೌ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ran out before reaching the spot I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit way behind everybody, right near the door. ಕೆಲವು ಸರಿ ಡೋರ್ ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ, ಡೋರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕೂರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಪಾಪ ಅವನ್ನ. Sometimes they would beat me without any reason, the other students. So they would beat me without reason. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು ಮಕ್ಕಳ. Now whether is it possible now? Of course somewhere we can. But to avoid all these things, so in schools also, whether the students are belongs to rich or poor or different community, caste and all, so all are treating in an equal manner. So that's what the satisfactory development because of our constitution and our system of the government. See, sometimes they would beat me without any reason also. When he was in class 4th, Om Prakash Valmiki, when he was in class 4th, so the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school. See that, even the headmaster of the school. It is so surprised, no? It is surprise and as well as it is the painful thing. Even it is practiced by the teachers and even and as well as the head of the institution, headmaster also. See, he told, and headmaster asked to Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. Okay, why other students are not there? See, he writes, the playground was way larger than my small physique could handle and incline. 4th standard students, ma, is a so small one. How can he sweep the entire that much of a big school ground and the playground? Whether is it possible to do? Even we youngers, the aged one, so we cannot alone, we can't do the entire, we cannot sweep the entire playground, the entire school ground sometimes no, it is a truth also. Then a small kid, 4 years old boy, how can he, even though it is practiced by headmaster of that school? See, my back began to itch. What happened now? Whether nowadays we are using the mops and different tools and techniques to sweep, whether during the time ಪೊರ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಗುಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಪೊರ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊಂಟ ಬಗ್ಸಿನೇ ಗುಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಸೊಂಟ ಬಗ್ಸಿ ಪಾಪ ಮಗು ಸ್ವೀಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಈವನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅನೇಬಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ವೀಪ್ ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಹೌಸ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಸೊಂಟ ನೋವುತ್ತಮ್ಮ, ನನ್ನ ಕೈಲಿ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇ ಗುಡಿಸ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಸೊಂಟ ಬಗ್ಗಿಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಗುಡಿಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಿಚ್ಕಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಪು ಅವು ಇವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. We are using the different tools and techniques. So how, just you can imagine, the 4-year-old boy started to sweep the playground and as well as the school ground. So how he was pain, the back itch. My face was covered with dust. In adin dot green idan, the full of dust. ಪೊರ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೆರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನ್ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೊಂಡೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಫೇಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಸ್ಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ face covered with dust means the dust that goes inside my mouth. ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಮೂಗೊಳಗಡೆ, ಉಸಿರಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬಾಯಿ ತೆರೆದಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ ಮಗುವಿನ ದೇಹದೊಳಗಡೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ. See, the other children in my class were studying. What about other children? So when the other children, they were studying in the class and I was sleeping. So the rest of the children, they are in classroom. The only one boy, so who belongs to this community, Dalit community, he was sweeping the ground, and other students, they were in the class. And the another one thing that, so all students, they are watching the boy. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ ಆ ಓಂ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. I slept the whole day. Of course, the boy make great, is a really great. Why? Because no, so he was taken the whole day to swept. He was completed, but whole day, how can we? Whether if somebody will tell to you, go and sweep the whole day, means whether are you ready to sweep? Even in your home also, it's not possible. See, dear students, during the same time, the another one bad thing. What happened? No, so during that time, this is what the another painful, how they were practiced the inhumanity, including the headmaster, stupid fellow. So I should not scold, no. You may think it is sir, you are saying you are scolding headmaster also, and then you are telling negative also. Then what to tell these students? Please think yourself. So the headmaster himself, so send that boy to sweep the ground. And more than the another one very painful thing that is about, so during the time while sweeping, while he was speaking, so he was not even allowed to get a drink of water also. ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಾಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಸಂಜೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಆಗಿದೆ, ದಿನ ಕಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೋಟ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಅವರು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. Then you can imagine. I slept the whole day without even a drink of the glass of water. ಒಂದು ಲೋಟ ನೀರು ಸಹ ಕುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. Then how can I? Whether we needs to be praised, master. See, from the doors and windows of the school rooms, the eyes of the teachers and the boys saw this spectacle. Everybody they are watching. The friends, teachers, everyone used to clean everything. Then what to say about the headmaster? Whether needs to be praised that idiot headmaster? Think you also. See, Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and the playground for the next couple of days, and this only came to an end when his father. Even it is actually continued process, but that message goes to his father, and it was stopped when his father came to school. So, who happened to be passing by saw his son sweeping. Somebody passed the message. They saw, go, you see, in that school. So, your son or your boy is sweeping. They are made like that. Then he confronted the teachers and they are walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand. He confronted the teachers and then walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಎಂತ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು, ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಆ ಮಗುನ ಕೈ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಇಟ್ ಸೆಡ್ ಲೌಡ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೇಳಿಸತ್ರ ಅವರು ಪ್ಯಾರೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಓಂ ಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ನೌ, ಬಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ this much master means the boy will study right here in this school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him. He shouted and told to everyone like this, so you are a teacher, I am leaving now because of your teachers. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ it made the different. So you are a teacher, so I'm leaving now, but remember this much, master will study right here in this school only, and not just him, but there will be a more coming after him. ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾಳೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಂದು ಇದೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಎ ಟೀಚರ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೀವಿಂಗ್ ನೌ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪಾಪ ಅವರ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ತಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಾರೋ, ಸ್ಯಾಡ್ನೆಸ್, ಆಂಗರ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, and shouted anything like on teachers and went. See that. See, actually, this is what when he was, I mean, the Om Prakash Valmiki, he was experienced in his childhood, especially when he was in fourth class, when he was in fourth standard. During the time, so you can think of, let it be the other peoples, those who are uneducated or those who are not coming to school or okay. So even in the school premises, the teachers and the headmasters adopt the institutions. So they were also treating the same way. Even they do not have the mercy, kindness. How can we call those persons as the teachers, those who are not having humanities among the different students? See, this is what we can understand how it was. Until today, dear students, of course, it may reduce in maximum, but even we can say, we can experience and we can practically, that is not the enjoyable things. Even till today, it is going on in the same way, which is even everyone they knows that the practice of inequality in a different way and discrimination based on so and so things. But the thing is that they are, because they feel like that our religion is a so great one, we are the superior, and our caste, our community is one of the superior compared to all remaining. So this mindset is there now. Still, it is not gone from our upper communities people. It is fixed in their mind. So next class we are going to discuss about the another one story, that is about, which is based on the religious difference and inequality. Thank you. Have a nice day.